When Anne died in 1714, the Georgian period began, named after the four Hanoverian Georges, and includes the short reign of William IV. It is a term used to describe the social and political history, architecture, and fashions between 1714 and the 1830s. A period of the start of the Industrial Revolution that began around 1769 and lasted into the 1840s that helped to make England one of the richest countries in the world. However, it was also the period when England lost control of its American colonies. When Queen Victoria came to the throne in 1837, aged 18, she was the ruler of Great Britain, Canada, Australia, India, New Zealand, and parts of Africa. Her rule heralded an unprecedented series of inventions and discoveries. When she died in 1902, her reign had seen the invention of steam power, industrialization, and major advancements in the arts. The 20th century began with the death of Victoria, succeeded by her son Edward. Edwardian England was a period of decadence and enjoyment. However, his reign only lasted 9 years. He died in 1910 and was succeeded by his son George V. The causation of the First World War, 1914 to 1918, was long and protracted, as each European country found themselves dragged into the conflict after Germany declared war on Russia on the 1st of August 1914, and on France 3 days later. On the 4th of August, Britain too declared war. When it ended in 1918, on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, it had been the deadliest conflict in human history. As an outcome of the war, some women who had worked at jobs usually filled by men were granted the vote in 1918, whilst all women gained the same voting rights as men in 1928. Post-World War I England underwent a period of unrest when different industrial workers went on strike for better working conditions and higher wages, leading up to the General Strike of 1926, which was followed by a financial crash known as the Depression. In January 1936, King George V died and was succeeded by his eldest son, Edward VIII. However, Edward had fallen in love with a divorced American woman, Wallis Simpson. Even in the 30s, a member of the royal family was not allowed to marry a divorcee, and as Edward refused to break off his relationship, on December 11, 1936, he abdicated, passing the crown onto his brother. War broke out again in 1939, when England stood firm against the aggression of Nazi Germany. It ended in 1945, and the reconstruction of London and England began. In 1951, the Festival of Britain was staged to celebrate national recovery. The 1960s saw a huge social and sexual revolution with the invention of the pill, and when groups such as the Beatles led youth culture and swinging London led the world in fashion trends. It also saw great technological advances, such as the moon landing, supersonic flight, the joining of the EEC, and the establishment of London as a global financial center. However, as the 20th century came to an end, England's power began to wane. Where its future and global position in the 21st century lies, only time will tell.